That's kind of what makes this budget unique and honestly a little bit more work. But in this budgeting style, there can be no surplus of cash. There can be no extra money at the end of the month because let's face it, we're all human, we're hardwired to spend. Hey guys, what's up? I'm Erin and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm adding my next installment to my mini series on budgeting. In this series I am making a dedicated video to each of the different styles of budgeting out there, as there are literally dozens of different ways to budget your money. Now, all budgets work, so by no means am I ranking them, but different budgets work better for different types of people, as we all have different ways of thinking about and managing our money. So while I do think it's very important for you to have a budget, I think you have to choose the one that works best for you. Today we are going to be talking about a zero-based budget. Now, in a zero-based budget, you have two categories. You have your income and you have your expenses. So you're going to start by listing all of your income sources, and then you subtract all of your expenses and you get that final number to equal zero. That means that every single dollar is accounted for and it has a job to do. Every single dollar. Now, of course, you don't actually want your bank account to go to zero. We just want your budget to equal zero at the end of the month. Now, if you do plan on shuffling every single dollar from that month's budget out of your checking account, that does mean that you are going to want to build in a buffer of at least a couple $100s into that checking account so that you avoid it actually going to zero. The amount of extra money that you keep in there is totally personal preference. Keep as much or as little as you want, but have that buffer of at least a couple $100 because you don't want that account to ever go to zero. You want to make sure to avoid any overdraft penalties that the bank may charge, or some banks will actually charge if your banking account gets below a certain minimum balance. So make sure you're aware of those before you go on this kind of plan. Now, with all that said, how do you set up a zero-based budget? Well, first and foremost, we start by listing all of your income sources. Every dollar of income that comes into your household is listed into the income category. So that could be your paycheck, money from a side hustle, dividend payments, child support payments if you have them. Any type of income goes into this income category. We count every single dollar in this budget. That is a theme you are going to see over and over in this video. Next, you start subtracting your expenses from your income sources. Start with the big ones like food and clothing and shelter. But also, it's very important to note that in this expense category, you're also going to have your savings, investing, and any charitable giving you do. Because the expense category is where you give the money a job to do. It doesn't matter whether it's an expense to pay a bill or it's an expense to save and contribute to your 401k. Anytime you give your money a job to do, it is listed in the expense category. This zero-based budget really has two categories. It has your income sources and your expenses, and you get those to equal zero. Now, of course, you are going to be facing some variable expenses throughout the course of the month. Now, sure, your rent is going to stay the same from month to month, but I bet your utilities and your grocery bills don't. So that's kind of what makes this budget unique and honestly a little bit more work. Every single month you are creating a brand new budget so that every single dollar is accounted for, and every single month you are making sure your income minus your expenses for that month equal zero. Now, with this style of budget, it is actually pretty important to have a miscellaneous category that you keep some money in throughout the course of the month should some unforeseen expenses come up. Perhaps you have an unexpected vet bill or a home repair. Now, having a little bit of money in your budget is going to come in handy from time to time, as well, life does happen. But if you get to the end of the month and you haven't had any unforeseen expenses and your miscellaneous category still has some money in it, you have to go back and you have to give those dollars a job to do. That's the whole point of this budget. There is no extra money at the end of the month. Your income minus your expenses must equal zero. Also, planning out annual or seasonal expenses can be a really good idea with this budgeting style. Perhaps you have an annual HOA, or you pay your car insurance every 6 months. Or what about holidays, things like Christmas, birthdays, and anniversaries? It can be a really good idea to figure out how much you plan on spending on those seasonal activities and earmarking a dollar amount every single month and putting it into a separate account so you are well prepared when that special day does actually roll around. For example, say you plan on spending $600 on Christmas gifts for others. Well, it's far easier to work away $50 a month into that extra account rather than figuring out a way to have $600 extra in the month of December. So earmark the specific amount you want each month leading up to those special days or for those annual bills that you do have to pay. Okay, now the final step, you have to get your budget to equal zero. Your income minus your expenses have to equal zero. And don't worry, it often does take a few tries. So what if you run your numbers, your income minus your expenses, and you end up with a surplus of cash? Well, first off, way to go. But that does mean you have to go back and rework your numbers. So say you have any high interest debts, put that extra money towards paying those off. However, maybe you're more inclined to want to beef up your savings or beef up your investments with this extra money. It's truly your call what you do with this extra money. But in this budgeting style, there can be no surplus of cash. There can be no extra money at the end of the month. The whole point of this budget is that every single dollar is accounted for and your budget at the end of the month equals zero. The theory behind this is that if you have any extra money at the end of the month, you'll probably just blow it on some kind of impulse purchase that you don't even care about, or it'll just get lost in the shuffle of life because, let's face it, we're all human, we're hardwired to spend. So with this budgeting tactic, by giving every single dollar a job to do, you have no extra money that gets lost in the shuffle of life. But what if you run your numbers, your income minus your expenses, and your number's negative? Well, then you're either going to have to boost your income, hello side hustle, or reduce your expenses, perhaps a mixture of the two. Now, immediate expenses you can address are your discretionary expenses, things like eating out, visiting coffee shops, social activities, or even trips to Target. But if that isn't enough to bring you up to zero, you may have to address your living expenses or your transportation costs. Having a negative number is only going to drive you into debt. So you need to find a way to work your number up to zero because you don't want to be going into debt every single month. Now, this budget works best if you lay out an outline of the budget at the beginning of the month and then track your expenses as the month goes on and make the necessary adjustments. Once you get to the end of the month and you've given every single dollar a job to do, well, then you start a brand new month with a brand new budget that you are again going to work to zero. A zero-based budget is very much a living, breathing budget. It changes every single month. There are no broad, generalized categories that exist with this type of budget. Instead, this budget dives into the nitty-gritty, accounting for every single dollar that comes in and every single dollar that goes out. There is no extra money with this style budget. Every single dollar is accounted for. This budget is a great fit for those who are very meticulous and want to feel in total control of their money, as opposed to their money controlling them. As we said, you get to know where every single dollar is coming from and absolutely where every single dollar is going. However, this budget may not be a great fit for those who want a simple, more hands-off approach to their budget. They don't want to track every single expense. Maybe they would rather just have more broad, generalized categories. Also, this budget may not be a great fit for those who have highly variable incomes or highly variable expenses. It's not to say it's altogether impossible with this budgeting strategy if this is your situation, but just know that it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. However, budgeting in general does get more difficult if you have a highly variable income from month to month or highly variable expenses. So you're going to have to work a little harder. So if you're interested in this budget style, just know it's not impossible, but it will be more difficult. My husband and I are actually both pretty meticulous people and members of the FIRE community, so actually we love this budgeting style. This is the one we use in our household every single month, and it works for us. But as I said, there is no best or worst style of budgets out there. I am not ranking them by any means. But the budget that works best is the one that you are willing to stick to, because all budgets do work. You just have to be willing to stick to them. I am presenting this as just one potential of many. Now, what do you guys think of this style of budget? Have you heard of it before? Have you tried it? Did it work for you? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm always curious about people's money journey, and I always want to hear what you guys have to say. I post new videos every single Monday and Thursday. Give this video a like on the way out if you like the topic and you want to see more budget videos. If you know a friend who needs some help with budgeting, maybe they'd be interested in this video. If you're new here, please subscribe, and also I will see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye.